Shortly after Apple had to come out and admit that the new and improved Siri that was showcased at WWDC 2024 will be delayed, new reports and rumors are circulating about this WWDC potentially bringing on some of the biggest design overhauls of the iPhone, iPad, and Mac interfaces with iOS 19, iPadOS 19, and macOS 16. Now, according to a report from Bloomberg, the update will fundamentally change the look of Apple's operating system, introducing a more consistent cross-platform experience. Now, the report also states that this won't be just a visual redesign, but also how users will interact with these devices. Now, Apple plans to update the style of the icons, menus, apps, windows, system buttons, and the company will also simplify the way that users navigate and control their devices. These changes will go well beyond a new design language and aesthetic tweaks. While specific details are obviously just kind of hard to come by at this moment in time, it's supposedly going to be the biggest update to iOS since iOS 7, and the biggest update to macOS since macOS Big Sur. Now, there are design elements that are going to be apparently taken from Vision OS, but the update is only loosely based on the Vision Pro interface. Now, Vision OS features round app icons with a lot of translucency, plus a simple navigation system and more use of 3D elements. Now, for me personally, I think that we can kind of take a look at a few of Apple's most recent apps and get an idea of where some design directions are going. Specifically, let's take a look at Apple's most recent Invites app and the Sports app from last year. Now, the Invite app uses a lot of these rounded, slightly transparent or translucent boxes to kind of group important information into them. And then, you have a card style UI for multiple invites that could be on your agenda. It's definitely borrowing some of those previously mentioned Vision OS inspired design cues, while also trying to make it fit for this specific device's form factor. Now, same thing with the Sports app. Another long, transparent scrolling box. The information is all there, and you can swipe between various days, and it kind of goes between, a vertical scroll and then horizontal swipes between cards. And you get a lot of that same navigational elements too with the Invites app, where a lot of that important stuff is at the top. And then you can change between your different league types, and with Invites, it's more so navigating through upcoming or past events. And so again, you can see that these design elements are all throughout the app, especially when you're swiping through those different cards, that correspond with the different games. It's a very clean and easy to digest look. Now, I personally don't believe Apple's going to change the entire look of every first-party application like Mail or Messages or Calendar or whatever to kind of fit the same design cues that we talked about here with these two apps that just came out recently, but we could certainly see some of the navigation elements and perhaps a few other smaller tweaks while keeping the same core design that we have right now intact. But again, it's still a bit early, and I do expect to hear more information over the coming months as we get closer to WWDC 2025, which again should take place sometime in early June. But of course, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. What do you want Apple to do? Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, we would love some of the Apple Intelligence features that Apple promised us, and yeah, me too. And hopefully that should be coming out later this year. But in terms of a design change or the aesthetics and kind of the way the applications are run on apps, get a better cross-platform experience like Apple is apparently rumored to be doing with these big updates, what do you want to see? Do you want to see a visual change of all of the apps? Do you want to see it to, kind of be more like Vision OS, which I do kind of like that design element more so than what we have on the iPhone now. I just think I'm more, ready for a bigger design change, something different, because it just seems like it's been a little bit stale. Do you want the icons to change? I know a lot of people are hoping for circular icons. I don't think that's going to happen, but is that what you want? Let me know in the comments down below. This is Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.